YouTube, what up? Welcome back to the channel Adrian TV, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos. Also follow me on Rumble where I post. And if you have a great topic and ask Adrian a question or a great Sunday service topic, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on one of my social media platforms. Now, y'all, I know y'all seen the title of this video, and it's a woman levels up and leaves her husband. But in the title, I said, I agree. And this proves what I've always been saying in a lot of my videos, that men, you have to improve and keep up every single year, because odds are if the woman levels up, she will leave you. Now, I have no problem with that, but let me play the video clip first, read a few comments, and tell you why I agree with her, and also how she openly talks about things that I've said in videos. But y'all know why I do love this. It's because you actually have grown women actually on social media telling y'all the truth, which a lot of this truth men could never get, because it would always be behind closed doors with other women or in women group chats. So let's watch the video, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Last year I turned 40, and these are things that I would not do again in my 20s and 30s. I would not get married. I met my husband when I was 24, and we got married when I was 29. At the time, I thought that this was like the ideal situation. I'm at the perfect age to get married. But what I realized was in the 4 years that we were married, I grew so much as a person. I graduated from business school, started my own business. I just became such a different person that I didn't feel like he was the best fit for me anymore. And I don't think I could have realized that at 29 when I said yes. If I could do it again, I would have allowed myself to have so much more growth in my life before I made a decision on a life partner. And it's really nothing against that partner specifically, but it was more about the direction that I wanted my life to take. My interests by 35 were unrecognizable to my younger self. And I don't think it would have been fair for me to take him on this journey if I didn't think that he was the right partner for the version of me that was to come.
Yeah, interesting video, and she said a few things, but first let's read a few commenters' comments on that video before I dive in. Now, one commenter said, and she happens to be a woman, said, let's be brutally honest. After graduating and starting her own business, her ego became inflated and she thought she was better than her husband. A lot of women do this once they find themselves or outgrow their partner. That's true. That deals with hypergamy, and that's why I've always said, men, this should motivate you to never fall off and always improve every year. Because honestly, I know someone close to me who's recently going through a divorce. She got her master's, is getting more pay, and she's leaving them, to make a long story short. And another commenter, who happens to be a woman, said, it's becoming more evident the reason that divorces are on the rise is because women are becoming more financially successful in their marriages and surpassing their husbands. Now they have access to men they always desired. So you settled until you no longer served you. And that's what I agree with her, because what that commenter just said, remember what she said in the video. She said her wants and needs were different at 35 when she was younger. At 20, I want to say they got married at 29. Yeah, when she was younger. It's because when you were younger, you needed that protection and provisioning. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that guy was making more than you. As she said in her video, she went to business school, leveled up, started a business. So the reason why her goals and feelings changed in the relationship, her money grew. She became more successful. So I don't know if how she was attracted to him physically, but if she wasn't even attracted to him physically, but since he was there to protect and provide, oh, she's like, okay, you know what? I'll marry him. But now, since I've leveled up, I still may not be attracted to you, but um, I'm still may not be attracted to you, but you didn't level up your income at all, and I'm right here and you're right here. I'm going to leave you. And my thing is, I have no problem with it, because I respect women who are honest. I've always respect honesty. I don't like it when men lie to women, and I don't like it when women lie to men. And the main reason for that is I don't know how people can build a family off a lie. And I can respect her. But let's go over a few things she said in the video. Number one, she said she did get married in her early 20s. They were only married for four years. So technically 4 years is a short marriage, very short marriage. And she said, as a person, she grew. Now, remember, women speak in womenese. So in womenese, I'm pretty sure this is what she means by growing. She grew mentally, personality wise, and money wise. So in other words, her wants, she wanted more. So she leveled up. But how she's wording it, I can already tell that that man did not level up to her expectation. Because in on my on the Room 1031 channel with Maurice, I talked about how I was with a coworker and I asked her, I said, if you graduated and you were started making more than your husband, how would you feel? She did not blink an eye. She said, I will probably leave because how can we live? And that's a whole nother thing, but it makes sense. And it goes with what I've always been saying, that men, if you become lazy and don't level up, odds are your girl, your wife may leave you. And like I said, I have no problem with that. It's just a whole alimony thing. I necessarily don't agree with. So hopefully she didn't take a lot of money from her ex-husband, but it all makes sense. She graduated school, started a business, her income went up, so her wants and needs went up. Because believe it or not, I know grown women. Now notice I said women, so plural. I know women who felt like they settled with their husband and had kids with them, but since they don't make as much as the husband, they would stay. And you may be saying, well, what's the big deal with that? I've asked, and my follow-up question to all those women, I was like, if you were making at least as much as him, would you leave? A majority of them had said yeah. And I was like, that's alarming. But I can respect the truth. I respect the truth. And remember in the video, she said, I realized he wasn't the best fit anymore. That lets me know that's a final nail in the coffin. When he's not the best fit anymore, that means for your wants and your needs, he doesn't fit that. Like I know y'all may have seen other videos I've done or a lot of other videos people are doing over the internet, because the information is actually starting to catch up, because a lot of lies our parents and older generations were telling us is not true. But with social media and actually women speaking out and being honest, women are telling the truth. Like if you're not at that same level, at least as I am, I will leave you or I wouldn't even look your way. And this is what I've always said. Men and women, you cannot outrun biology. But to the men and women watching this video, I want to leave you with this. Women, I don't think this is bad. If you think you could do better, leave. Just don't take all the money for that man. I don't think that's fair. Cause if I don't know what kind of man would want to stay with a woman who feel that she either settled or think she could do better. Because if I knew the woman I was with or the wife I was with felt that way, I'm not gonna hesitate. I would leave her. I wouldn't even waste no time. And to the men, let this be a reminder to you. You cannot fall off. You have to keep working and you must improve every single year. Or she might leave you. The choice is up to you. Y'all, I appreciate all the support. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.